Controlling losses is a massive part of trading. Sometimes you need to leave yourself potentially a bigger loss than you normally would if you really believe in your player's ability to recover. In this one, for much of the match, I was looking at a £250 loss. I managed to get a chunk of that back. Hopefully you find this useful, and if you do, give it a thumbs up. Okay, we're back in Zuhai. And it is Haddad Maya against Garcia. I'll just flip those ladders around. Okay, quick look at the notes. First meeting, indoor win percentages better for Garcia. Maya beat Keys in 2 sets in the last match. She reached quarterfinals in Tallinn in September 2022. On hard court, she reached quarterfinals in San Diego, second round of the US Open. Quarterfinals in Doha, semis in Abu Dhabi, quarterfinals in Adelaide. Garcia also beat Keys in straight sets. She reached the final in Lyon in February. On hard court, she reached the quarterfinals in Beijing, semis in Guadalajara, quarterfinals in Cleveland, fourth round in Indian Wells, the final in Monterrey, and the fourth round of the Australian Open. 12-month hard stats are better for Garcia on serve, and predicted holds favour her. Obviously, I'm looking at hard stats because we don't have too many stats indoors. Decent chance 3 sets. 3-month hard stats also favour Garcia, but predicted holds are better for Maya. Back Garcia 2.2 to 2.3, remove liability 1.65. Okay, Maya serves first. So basically looking for a better price on Garcia. Bet365 have been having a few issues with their streams this week. They keep freezing, so I'm sure you'll see me having to refresh that a few times this morning. Been a few strange performances. You often get that at the end of the season. A lot of players carrying injuries. I mean, a lot of them are carrying injuries throughout the entire season, to be fair. Garcia raring to go. If you do enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Encourages YouTube to pass the videos out to more people. Excuse me. Here we go. Maya serving. Played really well against Keys in her first match. Keys wasn't great. She hasn't been great this week, to be honest. Did have a lot of strapping on her arm and right shoulder. May explain it. She's had a decent season. Good start here. Very easy hold. So as we go through the match, I'll try and explain why I'm making the decisions that I do. Give a general commentary of the match. Maya definitely seems up for it this week. Did serve pretty well against Keys. Okay, I'll enter there. That's the target price. If you look at the other ladder, Garcia on 2.4. I just tend to place my trades on whichever player is trading below 2. Now, it would be nice if Garcia could recover. Probably not going to happen. There we go, early entry. Pretty much all players have various strains and injuries of different degrees throughout the season. Maya seems to be ending the season well. Her form did dip a little bit halfway through the season. Let's see how she handles being a breakup. They're next to each other in the rankings. Garcia 19, Maya 20. Has Garcia won a point yet? Nope. When is Maya's bubble going to burst? 10 points in a row. It's going to add to that. That'd be nice if Garcia could win a point. Wow. 11 points in a row. Hopefully I'm not just updating that count for much longer. Okay. As I was saying, as Garcia got a bit of a strain that's just taking the edge off her performance. Or is it just a slow start? I mean, there are slow starts and there are slow starts. I think it's more a fast start from Maya than anything else. So, first target for Garcia, win a point. Goodness sake. Oh, come on. Just retire before the end of the set, ideally. I don't often see this. Yay, a point. $14 in a row for Maya. Sarcastic applause from the crowd. Probably still going to get broken. Well, I've got my lay-in for set 2. Jesus Christ. Not in the slightest bit competitive. Well, it's called in. The way Maya's, I was going to say the way Maya's going, she'll get the challenge as well. 33% first serves in. And 4-0 down. So, I'll probably stayed with this too long. Just need some sort of sign that Maya's not going to maintain this level. It would be quite unusual for a player to maintain that level. Oh, she came close to it in the Keys match. Second set against Keys was pretty tight until they got to 4-all and Keys was broken. On the whole, the line calls have been pretty good this week. You'd expect Maya's intensity just to drop off a little bit. She's had it so easy. They've been extremely well. Just 1 point against serve. Just no pressure whatsoever. Of course, Garcia may be letting this set go. I would think for her own confidence she'll try and hold the next game. Really, I'm just holding faith with Garcia that Maya can't keep this level up. If she does, nice chunky red. The 250 is nowhere near what I would allow myself as a maximum. So I can afford to stay with it longer than I would if I had the full 400 or 500 in. I just can't believe Maya's going to keep this up. See if she proves me wrong. A rare point, just a third of the, well, third on serve. She's had 2 on return. You won't see many more one-sided sets than this one. She needs to start finding some first serves. Well, she's finding them, she needs to start winning them. A better service game so far. Although if you can't hold at love 5, double fault. I do say if you're going to double fault, 40 love's not a bad time to do it. I'd agree with that as long as you don't lose this point as well. Hold to 15. I'd say she needs to be having a swing at this next service game. Maybe try out something different. Set herself up for set 2. Not at all unusual for a player to get broken serving at 5-1. One of the earliest patterns that I recognised in tennis. Doesn't do you a lot of good, to be honest. In terms of trading. First time losing 2 points in a game, service game. Two of Garcia's points against the serve were double faults. There was a slight wobble at the end. That's a ridiculous set from Maya. Garcia to serve first. At least she held the last service game. So reduce the red. Or watch it grow. Just has to hold. Has to hold. I'm hanging on to the fact that second sets are often completely different to the first. It could be a completely different set and still go to Maya. It was that one-sided in the first. Combination of Garcia is far from her best, but I'd had Maya very high level in that first set. Would be unusual for a player to maintain that. Oh, she's not won many points on serve, Garcia, but a couple of net chords. So she's getting the look and still getting battered. Go on, close this one out. First time. Give Maya something to think about. You aborted ball tossers. And it's frozen again. Garcia holds to 15. She's ahead. Dun, dun, dun. The way I've entered the lays, if Garcia gets the first break, I'm going to be close to profit. So you can have a really one-sided opening set. If the other player just gets the nose in front, it can rescue what looks like pretty hopeless situation. Second set's very often different to the first. Obviously the danger with this situation is that if Garcia did continue as badly in the second set and or Maya's able to maintain a level from the first, it's going to be at least a 200 loss. Don't want to put yourself in that position too often. So Garcia was a hold and holding a point up. Maybe the best position she has in this match. Needed some pressure in this first game. Set winners are often vulnerable. First couple of service games, especially when it was such an easy first set. So probably the best I can hope for in this set, the way this is looking, is a battle, which would be a step up from the first set. Come on, finish this to 15. Don't really want any tight service games. Balls to 15. So definitely a better start from Garcia. Now we need a bit of a drop from Haddad Maia. Maybe 2 easy holds from Garcia. Just put a tiny bit of doubt in Haddad Maia's mind. Garcia did get the first point in Maia's last service game. That's the only one she got. Hedging for 108 red is a little tempting. But you just know the way it works. You get out, and then Garcia would break to love. I would take any break, to be honest. Haddad Maia 1-2. First point again. Come on. Let's do this. This time. 2 double faults in the match. Another 59 of those would help. Don't make it competitive. Getting the gut feeling to get out. Do have quite a bad record of getting out at exactly the wrong time. So in these situations I do try and ignore my gut feeling. Massive point coming up. Come on. I've ignored my gut. Everything lines up. But Garcia break. Tell your grandkids about this. You were here when this happened. Garcia got a break of serve. Oh, you don't tell them the swear words that came when she didn't get the break. They don't need to hear that shit. What are you talking about? I don't know. Well, that's the most pressure she's put on her. I'd had my... Oh no, she took the juice, didn't she, when she served for the first set? Now hopefully Garcia's not as frustrated as I am, because that could affect this next service game, which would not be good. Not. If I'd favoured Haddad Maia to win this, I'd have been out much earlier. I'd have been out in the first set. How long can Garcia hold herself together on serve? Haddad Maia's level just hasn't dropped. Sloppy in this game, Garcia. Poor miss in that last point. Puts her under pressure, 30 all. To all intents and purposes, the same as Juice. You've got to win by 2 clear points. It's a good serve. Yeah, overruled. Does well to hold there. Why do I need to click a stream twice before I get sound? Annoying. Garcia has lifted her level, so we've got half the plan in place. Again, tempting to take 96. Haddad Maia seems pretty confident. Maybe it depends what was going through her mind at the end of the first set. If she expected another easy set, she's not getting that this time. Hasn't had a break point. Hasn't taken Garcia to juice. Probably a little bit early for her to get frustrated. Never know what's going through the mind. So again, resisting the urge to exit. I do have a ridiculous record of getting out at exactly the wrong time. Thinking that what I want to happen just isn't going to happen, so I get out before the red gets too big. And almost immediately, as soon as I get out, they start winning points again. Serve and get the break. Myself. So she got to 30 all in the last game. She's had the first point in both Maia's service games in this set. Doesn't get it this time. That wasn't a good approach shot to come into the net. Maia's had the second point in every service game in this set. Why do you remember that, moron? I think my gut feeling might have been right for a change. No signs of any frustration from Maia that she's not had an easy second set. She just seems really up for it this week. Playing well, serving well. Really quite a strong urge to get out here. Could be that my gut feelings are improving. Gut feelings are all about experience. So it's just a gut feeling, but it's based on experience. Unless whatever it is you've got a gut feeling about, you don't have experience of. It's a new situation to you. But let's face it, I do this all day, every day. And when I get a really strong urge to get out, they usually have quite an easy service game. So I've probably just jinxed Garcia by saying that. Come on, lads, take the set. Take the set and I can have some breakfast. I can have some breakfast anyway. It would taste a little better if I hadn't just lost 250 quid. My favoured player getting beaten in 2 sets. Favoured, not favourite. Don't do favourite players. I'm not 12. That was close. That was close. Challenge. Another good hold. Breaks at 3-4. Always used to be more common, or it feels like they were more common when I first started trading tennis. Don't have any stats to back that up. I always used to hear people talking about the vital game 7. Never really explained why. Although years ago, when I felt like we saw more breaks at 3-4, I can understand that you needed to hold there to be in the lead after 7 games for the 3-4 break. Maybe there's more pressure when you're serving at 3-4, because if you do get broken, you've got just 1 game to break back. Don't know. 96 looking tempting. Resisting. Step away from the mouse. Is Maya going to wobble in this game? I think she might. I think it's more I hope she might. Garcia's had the first point in 2 of 3 Maya games. She's just blown that now. That was a nice pattern for a couple of games. First point can give you a bit of scoreboard pressure. She never did manage to get to love 30, so it was pretty meaningless. Maya still serving extremely well. She has maintained the level. Not really looking like being broken. You just cannot get ahead. Garcia not really done anything to knock Maya's confidence in a serve. 30 all was the best she managed. So usually if I've laid the set 1 winner, 4 all is a good time to get out. And I'm probably going to stick with that rule actually. I am tempting fate by not waiting for the end of the game. If she gets broken now, you'll see what I mean about my exits. There you go. So I've given her 4 service games to try and get the break. She has improved her serve significantly in the second set, Garcia, but really achieved nothing on Haddad Maya's games. In Maya's last match, Keys was broken serving at 4 all in both sets. Now I just blamed Keys for that. Is there anything different Maya does at 4 all? Now the exit was really due to the score. It's just a habit that has served me well over the years. Exiting at 4 all doesn't mean that. I mean, this set can go either way. It'd be gutted if Garcia takes it now. 30 all again. She handled this well last time. I think it was in the last game. Second serve. She put herself under pressure here. So 4 all exit saves me again. The market was just waiting for the break. It's a good serve. Good serve. Now if Garcia could hold here, missing the only break point of the set could affect Haddad Maya. Normally players are affected or can be affected by missing multiple break points, but when it's the only one of the set and they're nearly at the end, she's got another one. Not that idea then. Well, now we're into missing multiple break points. The only 2 break chances she's had in the set. She's going to get a third now, isn't she? Oh, an ace. Challenged. Goals have been good. She had a few aces on that. Oh, Christ, that's an off. That's an awful call. What the hell? That wasn't even close. It was barely on the same fucking court. I think that Lions judge is obviously a Garcia fan. She seems quite popular in China. A lot of pressure building up now on Garcia's serve. It's going to be tough to get the hold now. Finds a big serve again. Needs the rally to take it. Definitely potential for Maya to struggle if Garcia holds. She doesn't want to face any more breakpoints though. Second serve, she's 4 from 10 now on second serve, 4 from 11. The hold keeps looking less and less likely. I don't know, I'm trying to centre the ladder. So is it worth adding 20 quid? Yeah, let's add 20 quid to it. One break here would drastically reduce the red. She did struggle serving for the first set. Struggle as in, I don't think she faced a break point, but she was starting to juice. Players seem to be getting a little bit better at serving out. At 5-4, which is frustrating because you get a decent price to lay. But it's low risk, it's added just £20 to the liability. Worth 20 quid to potentially get 100 or so back. Come on, Garcia. Now's the time. Really, really strong performance from Haddad Maya. Just hasn't let up at all. Minor wobble serving for the first set. Never had luck 30. That's it. Never, ever, ever, ever. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Come on. Don't tease me with love 30 and then give me a bloody hold to 30. Tempted to take 76, ignoring that. That would have got me 40 quid back. We don't want to give you that. We want love 40. Do it. Second serve. Needs this one for the scoreboard pressure. Oh, beauty. Yeah, beauty. Now, if I was happy to lose 116 originally, I'm happy to lose 136 with the potential to get some profit by staying in for Garcia to hold. It's a consideration. She hasn't broken yet. Break to love would be nice. Bit of a kick in the teeth for Maya. Second serve. Awesome. I'm going to hedge. See if we get a third set to make some profit. So that was worth risking the extra 20 quid. That's looking a bit healthier. A holder serve would have got me into profit. Should never assume. She might cock it up. Already thinking it was the right thing to do because you'd be a bit pissed off if you hadn't hedged. Double fault as well. Wise choice, Mr. Shires. Now a pattern that may apply here is that if a player gets broken serving for a set and then earns the right to serve for the set again, they usually make a much better job of it, even in the WTA. So Haddad Maya was broken. She's then broken again to earn the right to serve for the set again, or in this case the match again. I'm not as keen to lay in this next one, so I'm going to stay out, assuming she breaks. If she does hold, then we finish on -19. If she does get broken and Garcia can take the set in a tie break, we've got the third set to try and make some profit. Sounds like a very wise plan. Full of those very wise plans. Fortunately, full of some shit ones as well. Oh, Garcia's not done yet. Always try and anticipate which way the match is going and have a plan for whichever one happens. Another break point. What you really want to avoid is having to make all the decision in between points because you don't have very long. And often if you haven't got a plan in, or if I haven't got a plan in place, I can sort of dither a little bit in between. Should I do it? Is it right? Is it wrong? And then by the time the next point happens, you would have been right, but it took too long to decide. So try and plan beforehand. Game point. See, roundabout, that's where I exited. I was out at 129. That would have been a lot of stress if I hadn't hedged. Yeah, I need more coffee. I need more coffee. The first one didn't work. Be interesting if she can get the hold. Becoming quite an important game. How many breakpoints is that for? Interesting. She was broken on the fourth one in a previous service game. Patterns, patterns, patterns. Saves it again. She served well for most of the set. Last couple of games, second serve. Points one has dropped to 5 from 15. First serve percentage is okay at 67 though. And again at game point, back to where I exited. Huge hold. Now we're cooking. See, even a hold only pushed it up 6 ticks higher than where I got out. Definitely the best decision at the time. However, a break here would be huge as she started as favourite Garcia. Probably take the price to evens. I don't think she'll get back down to 160 odd that she started at because Maya has been superb. But I can see this getting to evens with a break. So tempting to have a lay, except Garcia's only had one break point in the match. I mean, technically she had 3, or potentially had 3 when she broke Maya in the last game. Only needed one of them. Certainly if Maya had struggled throughout the match at this score, at this price, I'd be laying. But I would rather wait for a potential third set. To be patient to reduce the red. Don't want to cock that up just yet. Plenty of time for that. So this could be an indication of how Maya's feeling about her serve. Broken to love in the last one. Not quite the same pressure on this, serving to stay in the set, whereas before she was serving to win the match. It's a poor miss really from Garcia. She was there for the volley, although she hadn't directed it particularly well. Never made it over the net anyway, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, so the only time that Maya's struggled on serve at all is when she's been serving for a set. She was taken to deuce, serving for the first set, and broken to love serving for the match. Rest of the time she's feeling pretty good about her serve, I would say. I would probably give her the edge in the tiebreak, just because she's maintained her level throughout the match, throughout this set as well, apart from when she served for it. And Garcia, first serve still doing okay. It's the second serve that's going to be the problem. Tiebreak. There are certain points in a tiebreak where I would consider entering. My favourite is when a player is serving at 5-4. They have 2 points to serve out the match. Don't usually take both. Can also work at serving at 4-3. But you don't quite get the price that you do at 5-4. And if Garcia can take it, we get a third set. Still round about the price that I exited. Definitely the stress-free option. Still think Maya's the favourite to take this tiebreak. Garcia's found some big first serves when under pressure. But second serve is going to let her down, I think. I think that's a second serve as well, judging from the market. We're going to 3-1. We are indeed. We are indeed. Double faults as well. 6 double faults in the match. Well, the way Maya's serving, I reckon that could be it. Both serves dropped by Garcia. Final nail in the coffin. So if I had some green to play with, I don't think I've been green ever in this game, in this match. Be worth a lay at this price, but I would be surprised if Maya doesn't close this out pretty comfortably. A little less pressure when you've got a lead compared to one service game to take the match. But what do I know? She's got to be thinking now about winning, which can make her come unstuck. Damn, should have laid. Is it worth a lay? Is it? Is it really worth a lay? We'll have a little one. You never know. Change of ends as well. To have a think about missing that first one. Obviously, would have been better to lay it 1.05. 4-3 would be nice. Garcia's lost our last 2 service points, so we'll just take that. So added a little bit to the red. Should have left that alone, to be honest. But comebacks from low prices never look likely. You just got to suck it and see sometimes. 105 was the best place to get in. Oh god, if she holds this serve, we get 5-4 then, don't we? And I wish I'd bloody stayed in, wouldn't I? Bloody hell. But either way, it's going to be less than the 116 that I had a few minutes ago. Or rather, the 136, wasn't it? If she takes this point, I'm laying second serve. Oh. Tempted. Staying out. Think she's going to finish it off. And the chances of Garcia holding at 5-6 are not huge. There we go. Excellent performance from Haddad Maya. Garcia definitely picked it up in a second set. Just faded a little towards the end of it. That's it for this one. See you in the next.